In your 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond, you deserve to live your best life. Say goodbye to preconceived notions and let's shatter those stereotypes together. Get ready to own your vitality, because age, well, that's just a number.
And we're going to get right into it today. And Ruth, today we're talking about the 3 most important muscle building supplements. Hilarious. Is there a way to set your phone so it doesn't black out like every second, well, however many seconds it does right now?
Oh, okay then. Just keep hitting it. Yeah.
I don't think I'm tech challenged.
You prefer white paper versus what you're doing right now, which is reading off the screen.
It's because whenever I do any motivational speaking stuff,
Yes.
I've always used paper.
But we are the generation that prefers the paper.
It's because, you know what? It's because I remember what I was thinking when I wrote it.
Just keep hitting it.
I remember yeah, that's what it's going to be. Hey everybody, it's BJ.
And Ruth.
And we're back talking all things health and fitness. And today we are talking about the top 3 supplements that you should be taking to build muscle.
Right.
Okay. Now, as we get into that, if you haven't, take a quick sec, subscribe to the channel, like the video, helps us out. We are putting out regular content and you want to make sure that you're not missing anything. And it just helps us get the word out. So we appreciate that. If you know somebody that you say, hey, they need to know what you guys are talking about, please let them know and send them the link. And we're going to get right into it here. So number 1, and these are not in any order of importance, but we're just going to, let's go. Number 1 is creatine. So creatine is probably the most studied supplement that's out there right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's been a whole bunch of stuff at the beginning. Creatine's got issues for your hair, for your kidneys, for all of this. All of that stuff has been debunked.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and especially as you age in your 40s and on, it's a vital supplement that should be part of your training regimen. Just your everyday that of what you're using, because what it does is when we take in creatine, our body stores creatine as creatine phosphate in the muscles, which eventually gets converted to ATP, which is what our body uses for fuel to fire those muscles.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you're in diet competition, you're in a competition prep, so it's a staple for you. I'm not, and yet I still take my supplement every day.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Why would you want to take creatine? Well, creatine increases strength and power.
Yep.
It increases endurance so that you don't fatigue as quickly and you can work out harder. Now, here's some good ones. It improves, it's anti-inflammatory. So it improves your joints.
Your joints and the muscle tissue, everything becomes inflamed as you work out, so you just want to keep everything quiet.
Yeah, and there's ongoing research with creatine that's showing there's benefits for your mental health and for your brain function and all of these things as well. So that's obviously important. It also improves your body composition. Yeah, which is what we want, right?
What we want, especially as we age. Yeah.
So how much creatine should you be taking? So the standard dose is 5 grams a day.
Yep.
Right. When it first came out, and I remember everybody was, you have to load, you have to load, you have to load. Right. So loading for the first 5 days and so it was loading for the first 5 days at 20 grams a day. Okay. Is loading necessary? Well, it depends how quickly you need the result.
Yeah.
Right. If you're going, I don't know, you're going to a reunion in 2 weeks and you think the creatine's going to help you, then you should load. Right. And it'll at least get more into your system and help your muscles fill out a little bit more and you be a little stronger. But, generally speaking, you don't have to load creatine anymore based on what we know.
No, and some people do like that 5 grams. I used to do it when I was in competition prep. I used to do, I break it down. So half pre-workout, half post-workout. Right. Now I just put the 5 grams into my water bottle and I sip on it as I'm working out. So it's just know where you're at and just.
And I take creatine with my protein shake.
With your protein shake.
Which is right after I work out. And this is also a great segue into supplement number 2.
Which is protein.
Protein powder in this case, right?
Yes.
So, it's funny that we call it a supplement because it's become such a normal part of everybody's consumption of just what they consume every day.
And protein isn't food, but protein powder is the supplement.
That's right.
It's it's typically how we're supplementing what our protein levels are.
Yeah. So here's the thing. First of all, it is a supplement, and these are all supplements, so they don't take the place. This doesn't take the place.
They don't replace real food.
No,
they
so protein
just
powder.
supplement
That's
them.
right. Protein powder is to help you so that you're getting enough protein. So we know if you want to add muscle, the rule of thumb is 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight.
Yes.
Okay, and again, that is not what you weigh right now. If you're 20 or 30 pounds overweight, then you probably need to figure those protein calories or grams back
out.
A little bit. So that can be a lot of protein to try and consume in a day.
It can be,
right?
Yeah.
So this is where protein shakes come in, and typically, protein is going to be either casein or whey.
Right.
Okay, and all that means is casein is less processed; it's more milk.
Right.
And then you have whey, which is more processed, and then we're going to talk about 3 types of whey that they are progressively more processed.
But I'm going to interject here because one of the ones that's also become really popular is the plant-based protein.
Right. Yeah.
And it typically is a pea protein. A lot of people can't process that very well, but for anyone who's got lactose intolerant or lactose issues, there are plant-based proteins. Typically they're higher in carbs, so just be aware of that. But
right.
Yeah, they're a good alternative.
But in general, for everybody else, you're probably going to consume some kind of whey protein.
Yeah.
So, whey breaks down into 3 kinds. There's whey concentrate, which is usually the least expensive of the whey types.
It is. It's a blend.
Yeah.
Typically a blend of an isolate and a concentrate.
And it's less. Yeah, and it's less processed.
Yeah.
Then after that, we have the isolate, which is more processed. Doesn't taste as good either.
A little bit more of a pure form because it's not blended with anything.
Yeah, and the last one is, I get this right, hydrolyzate.
Never done that. I've never done that.
Apparently it tastes awful.
Okay, good. I'm glad I've missed it.
I've never had it, but I'm told it does not taste good at all, but it's super easy for your body to digest.
Yeah.
And again, you may not need to do that. If you have no issues with concentrate, then stick with that. If you have no issues if you have to take the vegan version for whatever reason, stick with that.
Stick with that.
But
stick with what works.
The point of this exercise is that you are supplementing with some kind of protein powder because you're going to need more protein than you're reasonably going to ingest just by eating.
Yeah.
Right. So right now in a day, I typically have I have 3 protein shakes in a day along with, as part of my 5 meals.
Yeah.
So I'm still taking in regular amounts of protein, but the supplement part is the shakes help make sure my numbers are high, that I'm not eating 10 chicken breasts or something like that.
And I use it as a supplement as well. Like here's an example. This is one of my favorites is black iced coffee. And I normally do my iced coffee black. But in this case, it's not a latte.
It's not black.
Well, no, it's not black because there's actually a protein shake mixed into it.
Okay.
So this now becomes 25 grams of protein. So it's one of my ways to supplement to get that protein levels up.
Yeah. So what you'd be looking at, I've seen it said it's 0.7 to 1.2 grams per pound. Per pound
of body weight.
Simple rule of thumb is probably going with the 1 gram per pound. Right? So you can work towards adding some muscle, and especially as we age, right? We've talked about it again and again, the importance of that fueling our body to add muscle.
Yeah.
Right? Because remember, your body doesn't store protein, right? Your body stores carbs. And fat as fat.
Right.
But protein has to be...
carbs is glycogen, which is fuel, but the carbs is glycogen for fuel, but protein, no, it's
so you have to
in
keep,
and out.
Right, so you have to keep putting it in your body.
Yeah.
All right, and the final one, the supplement that you should be taking for muscle growth is omega-3s.
Yeah.
So fish oil, right? You can get it from eating fish And the issue with eating a whole bunch of fish is the mercury content in the fish.
Yep.
Right? So that's where a supplement can come in super handy. I usually just take a teaspoon or tablespoon of cod liver oil, and thankfully mine is lemon tinted or something.
Good.
So
and I just do an omega-3 capsule every morning with my vitamins. Now I have, long time ago, I ditched the 6 and the 9, so I just stick to omega-3s.
Yeah. So there's a wide range of health benefits from omega-3s for your cardiovascular system, for your hair, skin, nails.
It's a good healthy fat, and fat burns fat.
It's good. And it's good for things like dealing with arthritis and joint pain and all of these things. But 3 specific ones I want to talk about when it comes to training. Number 1, it helps to reduce muscle soreness or DOMS.
Inflammation.
Inflammation.
Yeah.
So delayed onset muscle soreness.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're going to be less sore, or it helps you be less sore, your body be less sore.
Yeah.
So the other one that we were just saying is it's anti-inflammatory. So that's for your joints and ligaments and your tendons. And, again, as we get older, we want to take care of joints and ligaments and tendons.
We do.
Right? So,
because it's a big deal to have them replaced.
And the final one is it's actually anabolic because it's an anti-catabolic action. It has that action, so our bodies are not so inclined to burn up muscle.
Yeah.
And build muscle and add muscle. So that's it. That's a wrap. So 3 real easy supplements that you can take and you really should be taking to build muscle and optimize your health and muscle growth.
Yeah. Creatine, protein, omega-3. That's it.
That's it. Thanks for joining us. If you haven't, like and subscribe. See ya.
See ya.